Hello and welcome to the BoozleBox. This is Prison Architect Alpha 12. It is finally here, and I'm going to give you the really quick lowdown of what has been added in this latest update. Now, this is more of an update of like stats and stuff than actual items that have been added into the game. But there's 2 new buttons, so I'm happy because I can click them. Okay, so this is basically what's called the Contraband update. Now, what this means is it's added a little button down the bottom here that says Contraband, this one here, and you can get this using bureaucracy, and it's through this one. So through the security chief you can get the Contraband tab. Now what this shows you is contraband. Now obviously there's been contraband in the prison before. You've seen loads of weird things like drugs and saws and hammers and toilet brushes going around. What this does is it shows you where all of these things can be found. So in the kitchen you can find knives, forks, spoons, and it tells you if they're weapons and if they're metal or not. And you get narcotics, which are smelly, and obviously the accountant's got loads of booze and cigarettes because I knew she was up to something. She always is. And there's stuff in the infirmary. Prisoners can get things from storage, and the prisoners can actually use these different places to collect contraband or find it if they want it or for some reason decide that they need it. Now the different types of contraband are tools, narcotics, luxuries and weapons. Currently only weapons are actually used. If the thermometer gets to a high level, then the prisoners are going to start beating each other up with the weapons that they can find. You can tell what people want in this contraband tab in the report section. So you've got weapons, tools, narcotics, and luxuries. At the moment, I have a demand for luxuries and narcotics. Now, this is probably brought on by the need for comfort. It can also be brought on for the need for family and recreation. So if there's someone in the prison who's, I don't know, been addicted to drugs, then they might be trying to get their hands on narcotics and stuff like that. And luxuries, you know, they just want a phone. Now, the red things tell me that I've got these in my prison. This is the supply, which means prisoners have them. And if prisoners want things, they will steal high-value things like alcohol, and they'll actually trade up for like other things like knives and stuff like that, which is bad. Now, if I go back into contraband, I can show you that someone or a guard, someone has been searched, and the guard has found a pair of shears. The owner, if I scroll out, we should be able to see the owner somewhere. There he is, that dude, Ian. Bad. This was smuggled into the prison. As you can see, it came into the prison, it went through the metal detectors here where it was detected, and then it was picked up in his cell. Now, metal detectors will detect metal contraband, so things like knives and all of that stuff. And prisoners will actively seek to avoid them if they've actually got them on their person, so they'll go round, which is why I've left some kind of routes for them to be able to do that to show you. Hopefully they will. Now, let me just go through my checklist. I had to write it all down. Just prisoners steal stuff. Contraband in rooms, yep. Prisoners will hide items, and they will hide items anywhere. You can probably search this tree. You can. I can get someone to go search this tree and see if there's anything in it, because a prisoner could have hid something in there. Anything in the tree? No, nothing in the tree. You can also do this for all the things in their room, so you can search their beds. When a prisoner is in their room, which will hopefully happen soon. Actually, if I just bang them up, I'm just going to really pee them off. Get a prisoner in his room. There we go. You can search the entire cell. So let's just search his entire cell. A guard will come along and they'll search everything in the cell. And we'll see if he's got anything in there. He obviously couldn't search the bed. Needed another person for that. Anything in there? No. No. Has he got anything on his person? Probably not. No. And also, it will now say that one prisoner has disappeared, have been recently searched for no reason, and that really pees them off. Metal detectors will actually now, by accidentally, say that people have got stuff when they haven't, which again causes this to raise the danger meter. And also, there's a 3-second delay before they can detect anything after they've detected something, which isn't that good. So, moving on. I've gone through demand. Right, let's do something interesting with the second button, which is Shakedown. Now, I know from this one that I have stuff in my prison. I have a lot of stuff in my prison, and if you know you've got a lot of crap in your prison, just hit this button. It'll well and truly piss your prisoners off completely. But it basically means that your guards are going to search every single inch of your prison for contraband. So, let's go. Shakedown underway. We've got this lovely little bar here. So far they found shears. Oh, they found a baton. And it's shown by that thump sound. So we can see the guards are going through all of the prisoners' stuff. 11 prisoners now say they're really peed off because they've been unnecessarily searched. Oh, we found some cigarettes. It's good, we're finding things. And if you go into your contraband menu, you can see where these things are being found. So we have... oh god, we've got loads of things. What is that? Someone found a clipboard? And you can see where these things have come from. So again, that was brought in and it was hidden in his bed. Some money. I think that was brought in. Why would you need money unless you wanted to get different ones? I don't think we've found anything that's been taken from within the prison yet. Has this been taken? No, this was brought in. So lots of things can be brought in. Wow, he brought in a cleaning brush and stored it in his toilet. Well, it's probably a logical place to store it. Oh god, we've got a drill. Someone's brought a drill in. So this is one way of getting rid of all of these things that people have brought into your prison. But people will also get them from places within your prison, which I don't think anyone has yet. But they do, I promise. Okay, what's left to be searched? Where did those cigarettes come from? They came from... oh, here we go. Now, look. These cigarettes were smuggled in from the visitation center, which is somewhere where they can get them. They were then taken out of the visitation center, where he walked to his cell, hid them, walked out of his cell, and was caught with them because we did a shakedown, and he was caught having a fag in the yard. Naughty prisoner. Bad. There's also, as you can hear, some new sound effects. If I go onto reports, you get this new kind of pagey sound, and also in bureaucracy, there's these new sounds, as you will find out. There are now things called status effects. Now what this does, it means if a prisoner has been, as you can see here, this status effect, he's been suppressed because he's recently been searched, which means he's less likely to kick off if the thermometer starts going up, and he's less likely to affect the thermometer himself. Suppression is one of the status effects that's currently in, and the other status effect is well-fed, which does the same thing. If they're fat, they can't really move, because they'll be like, ah, I'm full of food, and they can't go anywhere, so that stops them from causing trouble. When a guard member finds contraband, instead of it being just bagged up, it'll just be thrown on the floor, and it will slowly fade away, because that will stop prisoners from then going and taking it, which is bad. And other than that, that is most of the contraband stuff which has been dead in. Well, that's all of the contraband stuff that's been put in. We saw quite a bit. There's quite a lot of little green blobs. These, again, will just slowly disappear with time. A fork, a baton, that's probably a good thing to bring in. A drill is probably a good thing. Things like tools, which are spoons and forks. Not forks, that's a weapon. Spoons, they're tools. Will eventually be used for escaping. But that hasn't been implemented yet, which will be cool, because there'll be escape tunnels and stuff. We'll see that in a later alpha, probably. Right. The last thing I've got to go through is a couple bug fixes, which I'm very, very, very happy about. You now get a release date for prisoners, so you can see when they're going to be released, so in 4 hours, so you can tell if your prison's about to completely empty, which would be nice. License plates sell a lot faster, which is nice, so you don't have to wait about 10 hours for all of the license plates if you've got some super workshop to disappear. Guards should no longer clump together in patrols. That's a nice one. Released prisoners are now allowed to leave through staff-only sections, which means you won't get them randomly plastered into the walls like I did on my other prison or series, it was kind of funny though. Drains will no longer block doors from closing, so you could put a door on top of some drains. And that's about it. I can't see anything else on the changelog that's changed. If you've got any questions, just put it in the comments. Please like, favorite, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Also, this prison will be available on the Steam Workshop if you want to have a look at it. There you go. That's how quickly license plates sell. Thank you for demonstrating that right at the end. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.